Wow, 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 wow. Bah, bah, bah. All right, I'll shut up. We'll get back to the game. Back for an afternoon stream. Had a busy day. I got to do a new Homestead video. We got dropped off 4 new baby chickens, baby chips, baby cheeps, and 1 new baby duck, who is only a few days old because Christina's sister, she's not, something's getting into her backyard, and she had a duck who had several babies and a chicken who had several baby chicks, and something got in over the last couple of nights and has wiped out like 3/4 of her baby chickens and baby ducklings. So we got the survivors delivered to us today. So 1 baby duck survived and 4 baby chickens survived the culling. And so now we have 4 new baby chickens and 1 new baby duckling. And the duckling, for the most part, is fitting in fine. The ours are like a month old, maybe. This one's a few days. It's much smaller, but they haven't bothered it too much. They've pecked at it a little bit. Even Mama Duck was kind of like tweaking at it a little bit, but they've since calmed down. But they do not like the baby chicks. The 4 little baby chickens are not. The ducks do not like them. The baby ducks do not like those chickens. So we've had to separate the little. So that's what Chris has been doing all afternoon. And I'll have a video up on that later. All right. I don't remember what the hell we were working on. Where am I? Oh, that's right. I had come in here to record a video, so I need to fast travel back. By the way, am I? Yeah, we're good. Alright, I'm not gonna make titanium arrows. I am gonna make a bunch of... I wish it would show me how many I had. Yeah, I had a triple espresso about an hour and a half ago. Dirty meat, so I'm good to go. So I was doing video. I had to make a video for my brother's ranch, YouTube, and then I did. First, I did video editing on my stuff, uploaded a bunch of videos, then I did that for him, and then I went and did the news article, the news video on Mafia the Old Country, which I just published on YouTube a few minutes ago, and then came live, so. I should just make a whole bunch. Let's just make all of these. I don't need the iron for anything else, I don't think. That should give me plenty of arrows for the next little bit. Got 256 copper arrows, 75 wooden arrows, 265 iron arrows. Let's stick to the Wooden arrows first. We'll burn through these, and then we will move to the copper. I honestly don't know where I need to start, so let me go to the middle of the zone here. Yeah, cinnamon's interesting in coffee, Nigel. I'll tell you what, there's a special way they make hot chocolate here. One of the big brands that is like owned by Nestle now is called Abuelita, or Little Old Grandma, and it's like a little circle it's like maybe 3/8 of an inch thick, but it's like looks like a hockey puck is what it looks like, but you can cut it up into 4 squares. And what you're supposed to do is you're just supposed to like heat up I think it's a liter of milk, and then you drop the whole thing in there, and then you mix it up. But you can also cut up the squares. Oh, you have some? Okay, you know what I'm talking about then. So that stuff has that cinnamony spice to it. I love that shit. And I know you'll get some people like, oh, Abuelita isn't real hot chocolate. And it's like, I don't really give a shit. I like the taste of it. Like, hay otras marcas, pero esta es mucho. Para mí esta me bien. Ya lo sé que no es la mejor. Even Chris is like, it's not the best. And I'm like, I don't care. I like it. There are better kinds. It's been around, yeah. That brand has been around forever, and Nestle bought them, so now it's commercially produced. But it's been around forever, so it's really famous. But it has a cinnamon spice flavor to it. But it's best if you do it with whole milk. Like you could do it with almond milk or oat milk. I've never tried it with oat milk, to be honest with you. It's not bad with almond milk, but I think it just has a different flavor when you make it with whole cow milk, or even goat milk, because it has that natural fats. And the chocolate blends with the whole fats. It makes a really thick, creamy. And if you've got one of those immersion, I know we can't find goat milk here. If you have one of those immersion, I forget what they're called, but you know what I mean, the little coffee espresso immersion blender thingies that you can stick in and it foams it up. That's some good shit, man. But that's good hot chocolate right there. Alright, I have 4 different options. None of them are close. Let me go back to... I guess maybe just fuck it, we'll run west. East, sorry. Yeah, I just had a triple espresso with a heaping spoonful of cane sugar, brown cane sugar, and like cut. It's like 1/3 is the 3 shots of espresso, and the other 2/3 is whole milk. And you mix that up with some sugar. Oh, dude, that's a nice an afternoon spritzer that'll get you going. I hate bears in this game, man. Alright, I don't think we're going to be able to get down. Oh shit, I almost fell. Man, there's ore all over those mountains right over there, and there's a whole bunch of nasties right down here, and then there's like an NPC that I need to get to over here. And there's more, oh, more ore right here. That's meteorite. I'm gonna sneak down here. Titanium, sorry. Yeah, that'll activate the body. Yeah, it's usually good. That's my afternoon pick-me-up. Like, I'm usually good for 4 or 5 hours after that. I can't have, if I do it after 3 o'clock though, I won't sleep. So I gotta try to make sure I get it in no later than like 3, 4 at the maximum. Because I'm usually asleep by 7:30, 8 o'clock. Man, there is a ton of ore over here. What's up, Blueface? I wonder if we're supposed to go up this elevator. Look at that. There's more ore right there. That's copper, I think. Oh, they're not going to let me get out of here because there's colliders all around this thing. Oh, I can't get to it from this side either. You sumbitch. Oh, how am I supposed to get back there? There's like rock. Come on! It's right there. I can't seem to squeeze through either. No. You know what I bet that is? I bet that's a so they're using the Unity engine for this, right? So that's probably a location spawn that is tied to the rock itself. So it's randomly spawning nodes anywhere there is a rock face. And it's just tucked behind where I can't get to it. I'm like 99% sure that's going to be up top. The fuck is that little thing? That looks like a little creepy leprechaun. I missed. A red cap. Oh, fuck these guys, man. Yeah, that's up top. Hopefully they don't want to kill me when I get up here. I come in peace. Don't worry about the 20 of your brethren that I killed on the way in here. Put my bow away just in case. Oh, there's a fast travel waypoint. Yay! Dude, I want to play Dune right now too, Jay.
Halt! No entry, outsider.
I'm here on behalf of the voice of the tribes.
And you've got the seal. Funny how he only remembers us when he needs something. Fine. Go on then, and speak with our chieftain, Angsver. Just try not to piss him or anyone off. The only other way out of this village is a long drop straight down.
Alright, let's go talk to the old man. Uh-oh, who are you?
You don't belong here. Mother speaks and I listen. She says you must be tested.
I don't want to fight you. Step aside.
You don't want to fight? Ha! Weakness has no place here. You'll fight whether you want to or not. And you will fight to the death.
Aw, man. Oh! Shouldn't have attacked me. Sorry, boss man. Oh no! It's a loading screen.
Greetings, stranger. I'm Engsvar, the chieftain of the Volker tribe. What brings you here?
When I entered your village, one of the warriors challenged me to a duel.
Taig. Taig was a problem. The poor man had gone mad. He claimed to hear Mother's voice, that the goddess was commanding him to fight and die a noble death. Someone would have granted him that death long ago. It would have been kinder than his torment. But defeating a madman in combat brings no honor, so he suffered. And we suffered alongside him. Your act was an act
Yeah,
of
they've been doing a
mercy.
good job.
It's good that someone finally took it upon themselves to do it. We'll need to inform Helmi, Taig's widow. It's best if you handle it. Offer her your condolences. And don't worry, she'll understand that it had to be done.
Gafana sent me.
Really? Me? A representative of the madmen forsaken by Mother? Does he think I don't know we're the joke of the other tribes? What? Does he want them to laugh in my face instead of behind my back?
Everyone wants the tribe to come into an agreement about Camelot.
An agreement? For centuries, every tribe has only looked out for itself. A single conversation isn't going to change that. Besides, with the others there, we'll never be treated as equals. That's just the way it's always been. That's what we are in the eyes of the other Dalrita. Sure, they respect our berserker's fury, when it's not too frequent. And when it happens to serve their battles. But deep down, they see it as madness. They're afraid that in our rage, we might mistake them for the enemy. Unfortunately, I must refuse. The Volker tribe will not join the moot. We have our own issues to attend to.
Grandpa told me to help you in any way I can.
There is one thing, but I'm not sure you can do much about it. It's embarrassing to ask an outsider for help, but I have no other choice. Not far from the village, there's a hill that used to be the seat of our elders. At least, it was. Until bandits moved in and likely killed everyone there. They've destroyed the bridge, fortified the stronghold, and now they sit there, practically spitting at our faces.
So they took over the land of the Dalriada right next to a village full of warriors.
I know. We've fallen far. Now, we're stuck watching petty thugs parade around our own land. Mother is clearly showing us what she thinks of us.
Alright. So why didn't you try to retake the Elder's Seat? Have I seen the Atomfall DLC trailer? No, Mayless, I have not. I've been too busy to watch the DLC stuff yet.
We did.
I don't have time to
We
play
lost
it,
too many
so...
good warriors. We underestimated them. On top of that, many Volker left to join One Eye. So our numbers are thin. We don't even have our berserker potion. We lost it, along with Mother's grace.
So you want to reclaim the seat?
Yes, but if my warriors couldn't do it, I don't expect you to manage it alone. Still, maybe if you could sneak in there somehow and... I don't know. Either way, anyone who helps drive those dogs off our land will be rewarded.
Alright, I'll take care of
I
it.
appreciate your courage, though I hope it is courage, and not just foolish bravado.
Alright, well we have a mission. we have to take care of the wife as well, of the madman who we took care of on the way in. Why is that popping up on my window? It is indeed a good game.
Oh, Tiga, what have you done? Why did you leave me like this? So brave, yet so foolish. What am I supposed to do now?
Or you take his wife.
Oh, you startled me. Barging into a Del Rita woman's house without knocking. You're lucky to still be breathing. Wait, you're the one who gave him a good death, aren't you? I'm
Indeed.
Helmi. Yes, Tiga was my husband. And I suppose I should thank you.
Sorry about the duel.
I'm only sorry that Tiga is gone. But I am grateful to you. You acted honorably, allowing him to challenge you. No one else was willing to do it. The
He
Del
didn't give me
Rita
a
thinks fighting a
choice.
madman is dishonorable, as if madness could be caught like a sickness. Matter help me, it's utter nonsense. My poor Tiga.
Angsvar sends his condolences.
He'd be the first I'd like to kill. But without my husband and without my calling, I don't know what would happen to me if they cast me out. Well, I'll manage somehow. Now, please, just...
Yep. I think it was a million that Mather ordered him to kill me. Do you believe that?
I don't believe Meder was speaking to him. And I know what I'm talking about. Before I got married, my greatest dream was to become the Volker matron. But I believe that he believed it. That's why they thought he was mad. If I had become a priestess, Tiga would still be alive. I would have loved him from afar, but at least he'd still be here.
You couldn't have predicted it.
It's hard not to. Maybe there was something I could have done. Maybe I missed some symptoms, signs that his illness was getting worse. It's nice of you to try and comfort me, but I need to deal with my grief on my own. Though I'll admit, right now, I'd gladly kill half of my tribe. Especially those who refuse to grant him a good death.
You don't think he was mad?
Maybe he was. You see, my Tiga was never a particularly pious man. I sent him to appease Mother with an offering once when my health began to fail. I won't lie. I was frustrated with my own weakness because going to the temple had always been both my duty and my joy. But Tiga went there because he loved me deeply. That's when it all started. I recovered, but he kept going to the temple. Sometimes multiple times a day. He said Mother was speaking to him and that...
So why was he visiting
He
the
said the
temple?
fate of our marriage. The problem was he started taking all the food we had and we began to go hungry.
Oh, so he went a little
Now that I
crazy at
think
the
about
temple.
It was such a stupid reason to fight.
I'll go to the temple and find out what
Go
caused
ahead
his
if you want
symptoms.
to. But who knows? If you find...
Alright. Shattered Pride. How do I get over there? I guess we have to go down. Okay. Is there a bridge? Oh, it's broken. Guessing that's a no. There's missing some sound effects on this elevator. Alright, let's see here. Let's move to the other camera. Get off my feet for a bit. Get off my ass for a bit, I should say. Get on my feet. Alright. I don't know how I'm getting up there. This is like a cave entrance. Elevator pass. How the fuck do you get out of here? I guess we jump up on top of the chest. That's where I came in. So I'm guessing. Oh, it is coming down. Okay. Oh no, we got a whole bunch. Oh my god. I'm stuck in here.
This is going to.
I need to get out, get out, get out. Oh my god. I gotta find my way to a safe place that's not a safe place. Is that a giant fucking bear? Oh no, get away, get away. It's not good. Oh my god. Get away, get away, get away. Ah, that stupid bear. That's someone's summoned bear, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't really care. Summoned it again. Alright, not good. Oh no, I almost fell off. Oh shit. Fuck. Alright, I gotta figure out how to not fall to my death here. Alright, so, I have no idea how I'm going to survive since I fell over here. Says I. There's no way I survived that fall. The game is very cranky right now because I'm where I'm not supposed to be. Shit. Yeah, there's no way I'm surviving that. Oh! Oh, that's right, I have the special ability. However, I'm now stuck in the environment. I'm gonna have to reload. Wow. So there's a lot of guys when you come out of that area. I need to properly equip some items. I need some splash bombs, probably. Oh man, they put me in here right away. Okay, so hold up. No, I'm on the wrong thing. Oh, damn it.
This is going to hurt.
Yeah, it is. Oh, that fucking bear, man. Man, I do not know, unless there's a way that I can get on top of a building or something. Oh, I forgot there was an unstuck feature. I forgot all about that. Honestly, I forgot all about that. That's on the main menu, isn't it? Or on the menu panel. I forgot. Thanks for that, Hex. So since we're here, unstuck.
You'll regret this.
That worked. Thank you for that. I wonder how often you can use that.
This is gonna hurt.
Dude, he's got 2 bears now. Dude, and now I'm locked in a corner.
This is going to hurt. You're not back to man. This is my lucky day. This is gonna hurt. This is how it's done. You're no match for our man. You're right. Your gold belongs to us now.
There's still one more guy. No! Fuck! Ah! There was another dude there and he got me after I killed the boss. That sucks. But that's also probably a cheese location that I could get to if I need to. Alright, let's try that again. Unstuck.
This is gonna hurt. I'm taking down bigger foes. Making me angry. You're no match for our man.
Get out of the way.
No, you'll regret
This dude right here is pissing me off. God, the music right now is intense. Alright, where's that last fucker at? Woo! Alright, that time I survived. Alright, alright, alright. Composite bow, let's check that one out. No, it's not better than what I have. What? Do I have a game I'm playing the 10th? No, I'm busy. What's up, JP, by the way? Hey, JP. I'm starting Dune Awakening on the 5th, and so I'm playing Dune Awakening from the 5th until the 13th. That's the exclusive stream. And then on the 13th, I start the Altars, and then I'll be balancing the Altars as the main stream with Dune Awakening in the afternoons until I beat the Altars, and then I'll keep with Dune Awakening, and then Death Stranding 2 comes out on the 20... I think I'm doing Head Start, so that'll be like the 24th or something, and then I'll be doing Death Stranding 2 as the main game, with Dune Awakening as the secondary, and that'll carry me through until whatever I decide to do in July, which I don't know yet. I know at the end of July we have Tales of the Shire, but I may do Destiny 2 DLC on June 15th, or I might do a Rogue Trader second playthrough. I have not decided for the month of July. Is Mind's Eye, is that the like, man, I can't remember which one that is. Is that the one that people are comparing to Grand Theft Auto? I know I saw a trailer for it recently, and I can't, off the top of my head, can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, cyberpunkish. Okay, yeah. With like cars and. Okay, yeah, I remember. I do remember the trailer now.
Don't get too curious.
Really? How? No, don't tell me. Let it stay between you and Mother. I feel she has a hand in this. Thank you for stepping up for us. I promised a hefty reward, and now it's yours. And since Mother helped with reclaiming the seat of the Elders, maybe her grace will also guide us with the matter of the empty temple.
The empty temple.
Frigg, the matron who served there, disappeared one fateful day. We searched everywhere, but it was no use. It was like she vanished into thin air. The sacred totem of Mother, passed down from matron to matron, disappeared with her. Without it, we can't appoint a successor, and the temple has remained empty ever since.
Why did she leave?
It's hard to blame her. She left after the massacre of Gunvalder. Her daughter was with a man from that tribe, and was in the village when it happened. Frigg was furious that we didn't come to their aid. But tell me, would anyone have helped us if the situation had been reversed? Of course not. I've spent years questioning whether I made the right decision back then. Even now, I don't have an answer, and I no longer have the strength to dwell on it. You're right. Only a matron can brew the sacred potion that allows us to enter the battle frenzy. Without it, the Volker tribe isn't worth much.
If you want to find her, I can help.
We gave up searching for her a long time ago. It's pointless. Mother made her judgment clear. But if you're set on trying anyway, speak with Bride. He'll know more than I do.
Okay. That gets us on to the next quest. Follow her path. So we're going to move on to the next quest, but before we do, there's something very important that I wanted to point out here, because I haven't heard a single person complaining about the fact that Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon is jam-packed with loading screens. And yet, Starfield supposedly was this horrible game because it had all these loading screens. So let's just take a minute. This is a 2025 release, an amazing game, but where is the complaint? Where are the complaints about loading screens? This is why I'm pointing out the hypocrisy of the people who will shit all over Bethesda, but they won't make a peep about other games that have just as many, if not more, loading screens than Starfield. So here we have an example. We're doing a quest up in this region, and we're in a town, and here is a little village that we're going to go into. Loading screen. We just had a loading screen a second ago, exiting from a house. So this is a house, loading screen. Hang on. I'm going to go over here. What's this? Loading screen. What's up, Desmorius? Hang on, we're not done yet. Yeah, loading screens in Starfield were quick too if you're playing on a modern machine. I played on the Series X, which is what I'm playing this on. Loading screens in Starfield are just as quick. Loading screen. Hang on, we're not done. This is one little village. I'm going to show you the map here in a minute. And what I want to know is, where are the people making the angry, ranty, bitchy videos about how this game and this company, how this game sucks, this game is trash, you know, Awaken Realms needs to modernize their studio, they need to get with the program, why can't it be seamless? Like, where are all the the super ranty, bitching videos about how this game sucks because it has so many loading screens? Hang on. I think that's all the village. That's all the buildings in this village. So this map, as an example, this is one tiny, I know, JP, right? This is one tiny area. Over here, another area that we were just at. Loading screens all over the place. This area up in here, loading screens. This area over here, we got all these villages. See, each one of these, if I go to I think it's this quest right here. So see each one of these orange dots? That's a major point of interest with loading screens. Every single one of these areas is a loading screen. You want to see something else? Hang on, I'm not done. We're not done. We are not done. I want to see the I want to see the ranty, bitchy posts from the same people who shit all over
I'll
Starfield.
be keeping my eye on
I
you.
want to see those same people make videos about this game, and I want to see them shit all over this game for the loading screens. Here on, we're going to fast travel. We're going to fast travel to a city. Loading screen. Hang on. We're not done yet. Exactly, Hexcellence. It's a AA game and it's not Bethesda, so it's getting a pass because the people who hate on Bethesda make money as grifters. That's how they make a living, is by shitting on Bethesda. That's the grift. The grift is it's cool to hate on AAA. AAA can't do anything right. AA beats AAA every time. Blah 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 blah. All right, so here we are in town, right? Loading screen. Every building in this game has a loading screen to enter. Just like Bethesda games. Every single building, every single zone, every single structure, every single cave, every single ruin, every single dungeon has a loading screen to get into. Every single one. And yet, not a peep from the people who claim that the failure of Starfield was all of its loading screens. So, I'm calling you out, Bethesda haters. You gotta be consistent. Where's the hate for the loading screens in Tainted Grail? The Fall of Avalon. Get it together. If you're gonna grift, you gotta grift everywhere. You can't pick you can't be, picky about where you're gonna grift. You gotta do it everywhere. You wanna know what the next one is? Hang on, we're not done yet. I'm gonna make another video because we got another topic that we're gonna do really quick. See this guy walking right here? So you see him walking? Where's he going? What's that? He disappeared into his building. What's this building? Alwyn's house. Well, who's Alwyn? Alwyn is a merchant who has a stall that he operates. Now, Alwyn just walked into his home and went to sleep. I've got a troll right now on YouTube who has been going around claiming, and this is his thing, his whole thing was,
do the NPCs in Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon, do they move around, or are they just standing still in one position all day? Because that's what Avowed did, and that's the reason Avowed sucked, because the NPCs didn't move around, and I haven't seen any of the NPCs moving around in Tainted Grail, so I think the game sucks because it's got stationary NPCs.
He's literally been commenting on all of my videos today that the NPCs are stationary. And I'm like, tell us you haven't played the game without telling us you haven't played the game. Because the NPCs literally have a day-night cycle here. And they move around. We just saw the NPC going to his home. Now, if I park outside of his home really quick, I don't know what time he's going to come out in the morning. So let's rest until, say, 8 o'clock. I don't know what time he actually exits his home to go to his, he might already be, see, he's already here, so I came out a little too early. So this is Alwyn. Right here.
You doing okay?
I'm doing great. So Alwyn has a home over here. I've been into his home. I actually stole the key off of him to sneak into his home to rob him earlier in the game. He absolutely has a
Nice to see you.
home that he goes to. But you know what his job is? Do you know what Alwyn does all day? Do you know what Alwyn does for a living? He's a merchant with a stall in a town.
What brings you this way?
He doesn't need to be moving around doing lots of funny different animations and things because he's a fucking merchant NPC. His job is to stand here so that when I teleport into town, I can come up to him and say, dude, buy my shit. Buy my shit so that I can make money. I don't care if he's moving around. I need him to buy my stuff. And that's the only thing I care about. The only thing I care about is that he is here when I need him to be here to sell my stuff. And if I come here in the middle of the night and he's not here, which will literally happen if I go put a bonfire here and say rest until, say,
What brings you this way?
10 o'clock at night. He's gone. Where did he go? He went over to his house. He might even be walking right now, unless that's a guard. That's the priest. Oh, by the way, the priest also has his own house, if we follow the priest. But you know what the priest does during the day? He stands in one place and does his thing at the location he's supposed to do. The funny thing about the people who complained about NPCs in Avowed clearly never played Avowed, because NPCs do move around in Avowed and they have different things they do around town outside of their normal cycles. They just don't have houses because that game did not feel the need to build housing for the NPCs, whereas here, many of the NPCs have houses. Not all of them, many of them do, and if you wait, you can follow them around as they go back and forth to their houses and so on and so forth. And if you try to come and sell things at night, they're not here, and you have to wait for them to show up during the day. Let's wait until maybe 7 a.m. Maybe we can catch one coming back. I don't actually know what time they wander back. Nah, see, he's already there.
Always a
So
pleasure
7
to see
a.m. they're already on site. This guy is not, though. So I wonder if he'll wander back at some point. Anyway, the point I was trying to make is the hypocrisy of people who are out there claiming
The NPCs don't move around in this game.
when they do. The problem is they haven't actually played the game, or they haven't actually paid attention to the fact that the NPCs do move around during the night and day. And they do, in fact, many of them have homes and go to their homes. But it doesn't matter if they have a home or not, because their job is to sell you stuff. They're not meant to be there dancing and running around. This isn't Red Dead Redemption 2, where they have their own UI life cycle outside of whatever you're doing. So it's one of those things where I just think he just showed up. By the way, I leaned down to move this milk crate, and he just showed up. So as we can see, NPCs in Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon do indeed have a day-night cycle, and they do indeed move away from their merchant stands and go to their homes and come back. They have keys on them. You can steal the keys. You can rob their homes. You can follow them into their homes. People making up lies about the game when they haven't even played it.
I wasn't expecting company.
I think, yeah, Avowed is I would consider Avowed a AAA. Obsidian is a big company with hundreds of employees. In my mind, Obsidian used to be a AA company, but once they got bought by Microsoft, and their team size increased across multiple games, they are AAA in my mind these days. They would be on the smaller end of AAA, but they're definitely AAA. Like, they have multiple teams. They have a team working on Grounded. They have a team working on Avowed. They have a team working on Outer Worlds 2. They have a team working on the sequel to Avowed. Like, they have, like, I think 3, if not 4 teams across multiple products. That's AAA. That's not indie. Indie studios work on one game at a time, right? That's indie. The moment you start having a studio that works on multiple games at the same time, you're no longer indie. You are in the AAA territory.
I'll be keeping my eye on you.
Dude, this guy needs to stop halting me when I walk past. It's starting to get a little annoying, bruh.
Ah, so you're the one who lit up the sad old pillar. You almost caused a stir among those sad lumps. Almost. So, I guess you're not exactly what they've been waiting for. But you've certainly piqued my curiosity.
What are you talking about?
This tribe. Once hailed as mighty warriors. Now they're just sitting around, waiting for someone to save them. If it's not their matron they're hoping for, then it's for the pillar to flood the village in scarlet light. They've lost their purpose and are desperate for someone to give it back to them. That's what they call their priestess. She disappeared long ago and never returned. The Volker claim she took Mater's favor with her, leaving them cursed. They act like a spoiled child whose mother suddenly got cross with them, and they can't understand what is happening. It should be amusing, but somehow it's not.
So what does the pillar glowing even mean?
That's a good question. The pillar reacted to me when I first arrived, although very faintly. And now it's reacting to you for some undeniably fascinating reasons I'd love to hear about. But here's the real puzzle. Why does the pillar respond to creatures touched by the weirdness? And what exactly are they waiting for if nothing is ever enough? I doubt even Angsvar could answer that, but you should ask him anyway. I'm quite curious to hear what he'll tell you. Meet me later at the temple, fellow brother in the weirdness. I have a feeling we'll have plenty to talk about.
There's some phenomenal scenery in this game, JP. Like, I think they've done an exceptional job with the world building, especially with some of the like H.R. Geiger Gothic elements mixed in with like the classic King Arthur stuff, and then they've got like the Roman mythology and the Roman architecture and. I think I missed something. I'm going to go back outside. He didn't say when to meet, though. God speak. Wait, is it not in this house? Oh, I'm in the wrong place, derp. I was zoomed. Okay, because I'm zoomed out like this. I thought I was like going into the house, but when you zoom in, I'm way far away. Okay. Somewhere back behind here. Jesus, I almost fell off. How do I get behind there? Ah, there's more cliff paths. I see. Yeah, right now I'm only really focusing on MSQ. I don't have the time to do a completionist version of the game. I gotta get done by June 5th. I'm like 30, 31, 32 hours in right now. So, probably gonna get... The developers told me between 50 and 70 hours is what I should expect for gameplay, so...
Hello again, fellow outsider. Welcome to the heart of the Volker's desolation.
First said you could tell me more about the missing matron.
Matron Frigg. I doubt she'd have been pleased to see me here, in a place that belonged only to her and those who came before. The Volkers say she cursed them and left, that Mater herself hid her tracks so she could never be found. They're wrong. At least about finding her. She may be gone, but her presence is everywhere. You just need to follow it.
What do you mean?
You've seen it by now. On Avalon, the weirdness is always there. Thick in some places, thin in others, but never truly gone. And everyone leaves their mark on it. Some faint, some strong, but someone like the Volker matron, she'd leave a trail bright as a blaze. You just need to find it.
How so?
First, you'll need to sharpen your senses to the weirdness. I have something that can help, but before you set out, I want to ask a favor. When you find the totem, don't go running straight to Angsvar. Bring it here instead. If a new matron takes her place, these doors will close to both of us forever. And I need to know what's behind them. I'll repay you, I promise. Answers and more. Excellent. I can hardly wait. Here, ether bloom. Woven with ethereal cobweb and just a hint of wolfsbane. You'll need to smoke it. Be brave.
Puff, puff, pass. Yeah, Xbox is going to have a pretty jam-packed. I'm hoping we get a release date for the Outer Worlds too, because I don't know where I'm slotting that in yet, based on this year. We got to go a long way away, so let's run down here and fast travel out.
Watch yourself, outsider.
Yeah, buddy. Oh. No, I'm not going to want to fast travel. I want to follow this out to the bridge over here, it looks like. Come on now. Nice, great cat. Nothing like a weekend adventuring session of just sinking your teeth into something. Oh shit, I should have paid attention. Alright, I think we're getting relatively... Oh, we could level up. Actually, I think I've probably got 2 level ups. Because I forgot to do my last one. No, just 1. Let's go perception. I mean, shit, I've kind of taken all the points I want to take. Okay, sounds good to me. Oh no! How did I fall through? That's not good. I'm gonna load. Actually, I'm gonna go unstuck. Yeah, that was kind of BS. This is one of those brim shade things. God, he fucking dodges all the time. Nope, nope, fire is not going to do anything against him. I don't know why it switched to my fire arrows. Alright, time to use copper. I don't know what that critter is. Oh shit, whatever he just threw at me killed me. Oh, I'm gonna have to pay attention in here. Shit. Alright. Ow. That hurt. Alright. Let's try that again and not fall. And then let's pay attention to the... have to be sneaky getting in there. Oh, fuck, I missed. Resistant? Oh my god, die already. Alright, copper arrows now, and let's do a quick save. The third area has kept me on my toes for sure, Great Cat, because there's some stuff here that one-shots me. And I don't know if it's because I'm just like under level or what's going on, but it's definitely, this is a dangerous, dangerous area. Probably just because I'm super squishy as like a rogue. See if I can sneak up and get a better line of sight. Probably not. He got me. Alright, this is the one that like one-shotted me a minute ago. Oh, that's a name. Back away. Back away. Whoa! Holy crap. No, no. Back, 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 back. Back, 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 back. Oh no, and there's an undead too. Ah! Yeah, I think there's an infinite amount of replayability in this game for the people who really love like the builds, and it's kind of like playing any Morrowind, Oblivion, Elder Scrolls game. You know, if you really love the game, there's a lot of different ways you can go and builds you can try. I think that thing almost just blew up in my face. How many of these undead are there? Fucking arrow sponges, man. Fucker, you're running. Bullshit, man. Taking 20 arrows a shot. Not cool. Alright. Somewhere up in here. We getting close? Sort of, yeah. Man, I might be on the outside of this place. Fuck this. I think this is where I'm supposed to be. Locate the matron's insignia. I have no idea if this is the right place to be, but we will find out. There's something creeping around, and I don't know where. Oh, it's probably down here. Shit, that's a long drop. And it's a one-way trip. Oh man, there's nothing for it, I think. Oh, there's another one of these critters, man. Oh, you just stay right there. I will take advantage of you not moving. Matron's insignia, elusive something. Okay. Okay. What the hell is this right here? Nothing? Alright, set a bonfire. Oh, I can't put a bonfire in here. I gotta figure out how to get out of here. I don't think $80 is a problem. I think it was Randy, what's his name's, Pitchford's statement that I understand his statement, and I'm not saying he was wrong for saying what he said because I understand the context of what he said. The problem was the way he said it, which was a very off-the-cuff way of saying things, came off as very elitist. But if you understand the context of what he said and how he was saying it, I know exactly what he was saying. It just came out bad. So what he said in the context of the conversation was, when I was a kid, I worked a minimum wage job, and I forget what game he said, but he's like, I saved up every penny I had, and I bought that game that I wanted because it was the game that I wanted. It didn't matter how much it cost. I bought it because I wanted it. So the context of him saying it might be $80, and if you're a true fan, then you'll buy it. That is the context of the statement. However, I will say that like he has been very vague about like, I don't know if it's going to be $80. It might be 60, it might be 70, it might be 80. That's the marketing team. I don't make those decisions. A lot of people look at him as like the CEO of the company, be like you're the one who makes those decisions, and it's like not necessarily. We don't know how the internal board of directors for that company is set up and how much power he has in relation to the marketing decisions of the company. So when I hear Randy, is his name Pitchford? I'm not intimately familiar with them as a studio. I just know the rigmarole that's been around the statement recently. So I didn't take that statement to be offensive at all. But I also am someone who has been a company owner for many, many years with the board of directors, and having worked with multi-million-dollar projects and lots of people whose fingers are in the pies, and very many times the head of the company might be able to sign off on a lot of different creative decisions, but when it comes to pricing, the marketing lead, the director of marketing, generally speaking, is the person. Like the CEO is the chief executive officer. Then there's a CFO who's the chief financial officer. The CEO doesn't necessarily have any direct control over what the CFO does, because the CFO is in control of the finances of the company. Then you have a CMO, the Chief Marketing Officer. The Chief Marketing Officer, generally speaking, has control over the marketing department, what money gets spent where in terms of marketing, so on and so forth. So just because he's the CEO and the face and the front man of the company, I don't know their internal structure. Maybe he does have a say over the pricing of their games. But the interviews that I have heard him talking about, he's like, I don't know what the price of the game is going to be because that's the marketing division and I don't control that division. That's what I have heard in the interviews that I have listened to with him talking about the pricing of the game. So I don't, I understand why people went, ew, like when he said, if you're a true fan, you'll buy the game no matter what it costs. But that was also in the context of him literally saying, when I was a kid and I had a minimum wage job and I saved every penny to buy that game. And he mentioned a game and it was like, cost like $70 or something back in like the 90s or whenever it was. Like, and I've said this to people before, like whenever somebody complains about pricing, I'm like, Street Fighter 2, which is the one that everyone likes to quote, was like $70 in 1992 or 1993 or whatever. Like, if you put that in today's dollars, it's $150 in today's standards. So paying $80 for a game is still cheaper, relatively speaking, context of the conversation. Like, it is still cheaper than games cost in 1992, 1993. Publishers 2K Games says Great Cat, same publishers GTA. So yeah, the publisher is the one setting the prices, not the developer. So that's another distinction. I'm glad you said that, Great Cat, because I didn't even know that. I don't know enough about the Borderlands 4 thing. So if they have a publisher, then yeah, as a developer, they have no say whatsoever in pricing. So it's out of his hands. Like, it's literally in the publisher's, ballpark at that point. Like, it's their ball. Like, they're the ones who dictate how much money the game costs. So I don't see anything wrong with him making the statement that he made of just, true fans will find a way to pay for it no matter what. I get that statement. I get it. Like, I totally get it. Because if you're a fan of something, you will figure out a way to make it work. But it does, without the context of the greater conversation, it sounds extremely tone deaf. And the problem is you have content creators like Hexcellence just mentioned, who went out there and made all of these really nasty blanket videos that took the context out of the conversation and made it all about this, oh my god, the guy's an elite asshole who just wants to charge us a shitload of money so that he can make billions and just rob us of our hard-earned money. That was the out of context, rage bait grifter take to create clicks on YouTube, when the reality is far more complex. JP says that's true. I've saved up for months to buy a bass guitar before. Same thing to me. Exactly. Like, as an example, I did not buy my gaming laptop that I bought last year cost me $3,200. That took me some time to save up for. Like, I didn't buy that like right away. That took me some time. I probably should have bought something a year, maybe 2 years earlier, but I was saving for it. My PS5, I didn't buy until last year. Why? Because I was saving for it. It's like these things, like if you really want something or you really need something, you save for it. Not everyone is in the position where they can just buy everything willy-nilly. Sometimes you make decisions based on what's my budget, and sometimes you prioritize those things. It's like I prioritized an Xbox before I bought the PlayStation because the Xbox was available and the PS5 was not. So I was like, well, I'm going to get a Series X, and there are times when like I'll be looking at 2 or 3 different games coming out for the month, and it's like, do I want that game or this game? If they're both happening on the same day, I'm going to prioritize which one I purchase because there are certain things I want to play more than other things. Like, everybody's going to make that decision based on their own unique financial situation. So he's not wrong when he says that true fans will find a way, because true fans will. But in the context of everything is expensive and no one has any money, yeah, that sounds like a really shitty thing to say. But if you go look at what he said and understand where he was coming from, when I was a kid and I delivered papers or I mowed lawns and I was making minimum wage, I saved up for that thing that I really wanted. Like, that was the context of the conversation, which has been completely lost in the argument about him being an asshole and just wanting to steal people's money, which is unfortunate. But that's the internet, and that's the day and age we live in, where content creators can run bullshit YouTube videos with clickbait titles and make lots of money off them because that's the popular thing to do. I gotta figure out how to get out of this cave. Especially the aforementioned content creator, because they're one of those individuals who makes lots of money off of grifting titles. Oh, I'm gonna light another candle in Todd's name. Okay. Excuse me. Alright, now I gotta get out of here. Would love it if I could just run out and bypass all the bad guys. Okay, that'll get us right back. Okay, now I do not care about that scuzzy guy who wants us to, like, not give it to the leader. I'm trying to earn
Watch
faction
that
with the
step.
leader
Wouldn't want
to
you
get him to
slip.
join the moot. So we're definitely going to give it to the leader of the tribe. I found the matron. Unfortunately, she's dead.
With our luck, it couldn't have ended any other way. But the totem, was it with her?
Yep.
Could it be that Mother is finally smiling upon us? Thank you. Feels like seeing the first light of dawn after a night that refused to end. But this isn't the end of our misfortunes.
God damn, how many
Else
side quests are we going to have to do
the
for this
girl
guy?
chosen to be the next matron took her own life today. Threw herself onto the rocks.
Ah, why would she do that?
Hard to say. It's been a dark time for all of us. Shame she chose such dishonor.
You sure no one had a hand in this?
Certain. She was well liked. Nobody would have had anything to gain from her death. And I refuse to believe that any Volker would kill their own kin. Especially not a matron-to-be.
So what now?
We need a matron. And if she won't name one, I'll have to do it myself. It goes against tradition, but I don't have a choice. Maybe you should check Elspeth's hut.
Okay, I can do that. Check Elspeth's hut. Dun, dun, dun. I think that's a good place for me to wrap it up, though, everybody. It's 5 o'clock local time. I need to go help Chris with some chores, and I think we're going to watch a movie tonight. It's called Sinners, which I think just came out recently. She doesn't know that's what we're watching yet. She just wanted to watch a movie tonight, so that's what she's probably going to complain a little bit at first because it's going to be, I think it's like a horror slash movie. So we'll see. But that's on the agenda tonight, and I gotta go clip all these video outs and get these done. And I'll catch everybody tomorrow bright and early for some more Tainted Grail. The Fall of Avalon, because we've got still a bit of an adventure. I'm curious if I can wrap this up over the weekend. But I am just MSQing it, so there's a lot of quests. Like, it's a big game. I'm very, very surprised. I need to go see how many hours Morticimal Gaming ended up with, because I feel like if I really wanted to, I could get like 100 hours out of this game, based on all the quests I've seen so far. I'm having a great time. This is a phenomenal experience. So thanks everybody for hanging out for the bonus afternoon stream. I will see everybody tomorrow morning. Stay safe, stay healthy, all those good things. Thanks for the conversations.